Connor Sash writes, hey guys, my question is, what's your 5 favorite villains that you want to be in or have been in movies already?
You know what? I love villains. Yeah. Villains are often that last ingredient that make or break a movie. I mean, quite often they are, especially when you're talking about action or genre films. You got to have a really good villain. So I'm going to go down in order here, okay? So for me, my number 5 favorite villain is the Wicked Witch of the West. Just terrifying yet funny, and the thing of nightmares, especially at the time. And she stands up today. Yeah. You show Wizard of Oz to a bunch of kids today, the Wicked Witch of the West will scare you. I mean, there's something just amazing about her. Never mind that all you got to do is throw a glass of water on her and you win, so we won't worry about that. So number 5 for me is the Wicked Witch of the West. Number 4 for me is Heath Ledger's Joker. I mean, what do we think of The Dark Knight as a movie without Heath Ledger's Joker? It's tough to imagine. Yeah. I mean, even without Joker, it's a very solid, great movie. But you know, Ledger's Joker just elevated it. Greatest comic book villain on screen we've ever seen, in my opinion, at any rate. So number 5, Wicked Witch of the West. Number 4, the Joker. Number 3 for me is Hans Gruber from the first Die Hard. Yeah. I mean, there's something about the stylish, suave, and yet vicious bad guy in Gruber. I know for a lot of people, Gruber's on a lot of people's number 1.
Bill Clay.
Yeah. Number 2 for me may shock a lot of you, but not if you've watched me for a long time. My number 2 favorite all-time movie villain is the Operative from Serenity, played by Chiwetel Ejiofor. Once again, it's that. To me, the most terrifying villains are the ones who think they're the good guys, who think they're doing the right thing. And he's cold and smart and calculating and very well-mannered. And yet he's a deadly assassin at the same time. I think Chiwetel Ejiofor as the Operative out of Serenity gets really underrated, and I think more people. And is there any question who the number 1 is? It's Darth Vader. Darth Vader is, I didn't even make this graphic. I didn't even make this one. Obviously, it's Darth Vader. Vader is the king of all villains, always will be. I'm a little biased, obviously, because my Star Wars love, but
is he ultimately a villain, though, from the end?
Absolutely,
really?
Especially in the first 3 films, yeah. You don't get to be a good guy for 5 minutes,
and then
he's a villain and the best ever. Anyway, Christian, what about who would be in your top 5?
Well, I think I'd like to ask, I think they asked if there were villains that we haven't seen yet. Right. I want to see Doomsday.
Ooh.
Like, I really want to see Doomsday.
Well, we have seen him a couple of badly.
I want to see a good Doomsday.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to see, like, again, there was rumors that Jason Momoa at one point. That would be cool. I also want to see a good version of the Riddler, like a Heath Ledger type, Riddler. So those are 2 that I would like to see. As far as my top villains, I would probably put Vader in there, but I would like to say Emperor Palpatine for me, for sure. One that I love is Gary Oldman in The Professional.
Oh, yeah.
Great call. Who should I get? Everyone. Who? Everyone! it's so intense that he's
Or
amazing.
Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element.
Or Gary Oldman in anything.
In anything. But those in general. Hannibal Lecter. Is one, like when you think of villains.
I was like, how do I not have Hannibal Lecter on my list? But I like all these ones better.
There's so many. I mean, again, like the Heath Ledger's the Joker just from the special thing that he did with him. I mean, you could also go Jack Nicholson's the Joker as well.
Yeah, a lot of people have Jack Nicholson's Joker.
So yeah, those are just some of mine in my list.
Mary, you guys took a bunch of mine. Hans Gruber was a big one for me because Alan Rickman wasn't even really that well known, and he did such a great job. I have a whole bunch I listed. You're going to be surprised, but he's not quite a villain. But Joe Pesci in Goodfellas for me.
Oh, absolutely,
not a villain.
Like, in the archetypal like villain sense of a comic book, he's maybe not a villain, but he is one of the most villainous, debauched, like insanely masochistic,
and one of
sadists.
the best, most gruesome endings to a villain ever.
Oh God, horrible!
Like that scene,
like
still
gasping for breath.
You're in Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
Just the back of the head shot right. Yeah, because you don't expect it coming because he gets made and
his mom, and it's Scorsese's mom, and it's oh my God.
Yeah.
So there's that one. Obviously the Joker. I put Blofeld for Dr. No because growing up to me that was the quintessential villain. Maybe not the most scary, but certainly one that Austin Powers riffed off of. And you know, the cat. I love that stuff. To me, classic villain. Magneto, X-Men. Also to your point of like villains need to believe they're doing good. Hannibal Lecter. I had Nurse Ratched. You know,
a lot of people put Nurse Ratched in there.
I mean, she won an Academy Award, and I remember seeing the footage of that, and she seemed like such a lovely lady. And me being like, how are you not horrible in person? She just embodied that role. I got Eamon, I can't say his name, Goethe from Schindler's List. He was a real man. Ray Fiennes killed it. I mean, he played a monster who actually existed. There's nothing more terrifying. I had Jack Torrance, another Jack Nicholson movie from The Shining.
Right.
I saw that movie when I was 9 years old, and I had older siblings. I blame them, and nothing terrified me more than him. And when he's just sitting on the bed, like staring off into space.
Yeah, the
and
insanity, you see it in
Oh
his
my
eyes,
God! It's anyway. So we could go on and on, right?
Yeah.
Villains is such a fun. We should do a whole show on villains.
We just talked about Fassbender, you know, from 12 Years a Slave, by the way,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And then the major villain we all forgot, Jar Jar Binks.
Come on, leave Jar Jar alone.
The villainous evil Jar Jar.
Leave him
All right.
alone.
What,
I'm a little
Christine-
disappointed that not one person mentioned Loki, who's obviously more current,
Yeah.
or Mommy Dearest.
Oh yeah.
No, Mama
Oh,
Dearest
fire.
was in a lot of-
Tormented
lot
me
of
my
lists.
entire life.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.